Wow, that was a disaster. Of course, I'm talking about last Sunday's game between the Los Angeles Chargers versus the New England Patriots, and they just got clobbered. And it's unfortunate because, according to my last conversation I had with my friend Dwayne, that was from my last video, you heard me talk about the reasons why I believe the Chargers could not only win that game, but also win the Super Bowl. And my reason is simply that this would be so San Diego to lose their beloved Chargers to their rival city, Los Angeles, and have them take home the Lombardi Trophy under the moniker Los Angeles Chargers. And we've seen similar situations before, and it just felt there's just a sentiment that the Super Bowl would be a Los Angeles versus Los Angeles affair, and no matter what, Los Angeles will win, and probably it would be the Chargers, and it would forever pain San Diego. Well, obviously that didn't happen because apparently the suck travels up north the 5 freeway. But nevertheless, I think there are some positive life lessons that can be extracted from this game. So let's first talk about the reason why, the main reason why the Chargers lost that game. Rather than playing their style of defense, meaning balls out blitzing, pressuring the quarterback, they instead shriveled back into some weird cover two defensive package. I saw linebackers whose sole purpose in life is to kill quarterbacks, dropping back into coverage, trying to cover slot receivers. What they tried to do, what the Chargers defensive coordinators tried to do was to cover everybody. And by doing that, they covered no one. And you can see the result. They lost 41 points. They were so fixated on Tom Brady and what he could do with the ball that they decided to choke all the passing lanes. And when the Chargers have an idea, okay, in their head, usually it's a good idea in concept, but in practice it usually doesn't work out. You go with what got you there. And in a similar way, this is many of us face this circumstance in life, in our profession, when many times we are faced with a new function, or maybe we're tasked to do an entirely new job. And in this moment, it's tempting to have self-doubt, to doubt what we're doing. And invariably, when we do that, we end up playing somebody else's game. We don't play our game. We forget what got us there, and we don't have the confidence in our own skills and in our own talents, in our own ability to solve problems, and we end up not doing anything. We end up not being effective when we play someone else's game, because playing someone else's game is something to which we are unaccustomed. Now, of course, a little bit of introspection never hurt anybody. I mean, of course, you have to assess yourself. But when you're at that big moment in your life, in your career, you have to remember that there were many steps before that got you there. And the fact that you are there at that moment means that you've done something right. So it's at that moment when you need to rely upon your experience, not rely upon a theoretical experience for something that you've never done. Okay? You need to rely upon what got you there and have confidence in that and move forward with conviction. Sadly, we didn't see that from the Chargers. And again, we have to recognize this as an important life lesson. The Chargers try to stop a pocket passer by taking away all passing lanes. That's not the strategy that the Chargers used in prior games. In fact, you look at the playoff game before when they played against Baltimore. I mean, the quarterback just had zero time to do anything And that was a mobile quarterback that the Chargers sacked and pressured multiple times. So it would have been a lot easier to do that against Brady. But instead of playing their game, playing their strategy, which they perfected over an entire season, they instead tried to do something experimental, tried to do something different that they're not accustomed to, because they got freaked out because they were so fixated on Tom Brady. They were so fixated on their opposition that they forgot what got them there in the first place. So it's a very important lesson here. With watching the Chargers play, that's to us, to most of us, that's theoretical. It doesn't have any bearing on our life, except for you can oftentimes through sports extract important life lessons. This is one of them. When you're at that big moment, don't doubt yourself. Move forward with conviction. So that's my thought for the day. I hope you have enjoyed the playoffs so far, and we'll see you again next time.